So it was crazy raining here last night,
All right.
and I'd scheduled a play test with this, friends of ours that they have family, two little, not little kids, but 14 and 15. And I was like, cool, they're perfect. They'll play this game, the parents, the kids. But this is the first time they've play tested anything like ever of mine,
Oh,
ever,
ever.
like anything.
Okay.
And this is a brand new game. So it's a little bit of a train wreck, right? Like they're never perfect on the first. Sometimes they're not even a game on the first time. And you're just like, yeah, I've got this idea. Will you play test it for me? And everyone's like, in their brain, I don't know what they imagine.
Yeah.
I don't ever get a no the first time.
Okay.
Like everyone's always like, yes. And then a couple of people afterwards are like, well, that wasn't as much fun as I thought it would be. And I was like, yeah, I need your help to make it fun. Like that's a thing. Because I have these own biases
Right,
about
right.
play tests. Like maybe you don't read it that way. Maybe you don't understand it. Classic
Mhm.
example. I wrote the rules. I thought they were clear.
Yeah.
It says roll the die, then do this, then do
Okay.
that. Start your turn, roll the die, pop, pop.
Hmm.
Every one of them starts their turn, forgets to roll the die. I'm
Oh.
sitting over there, like eyes, like
I guess you need like a huge die on in the middle of the table so it catches their attention, maybe. I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't know. I was just like, ah. So I'm watching them, and then it says you can only play up to this many pieces, right?
Mhm.
And they're just going until they run out of pieces. And I'm like, did they read these? I printed out enough. There was 4-player game. This, because two kids, two parents. I
Mhm.
printed out rule copies for everyone. It
Got
wasn't like
it.
somebody had to have rules and everyone else had to like listen.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
could reference it, you could see it, you had your own copy. Like when I
Yeah.
run a play test, I'm like, everybody gets rules. So if you want to check them, they're right to your whatever.
Sure, sure.
So I always print out enough copies for everyone. And yeah, they're just going nuts. And then there's this like special rule, and it doubles their points.
Okay.
Somebody's doing it, and I am screaming on the inside, you get double points, you get double points.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
And during a play test, all I want to do is fix it.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like on the
Yeah.
inside, I'm like, I've got my little notepad. And
Sure.
I'm like, like just trying to keep the zipper shut, like,
Yeah.
and just watching them. And I was like, ah. So they finish it.
Yeah.
They're like, that was all right. I said, hey, what if we play again, but I'll help you?
Uh-huh.
Because they were just like, they didn't play it right. And I
Yeah.
was dying. I was like, God, you so failed on writing the rules because but also their first play test. And I explained, I said, hey, listen,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what's to do. So if you ask me and I don't answer it, that's why, because I need to learn these things. And I gave
Right.
the upfront, right? This is a play test. And then,
Hmm.
the mom's about to shoot pictures. I said, please don't shoot pictures and post this on the internet. And she's like, oh, okay. And I was like, God, we're so in that world these days where everybody's like, click, click, this is what I did. Click, click.
Yeah.
The daughter comes to the table and she's FaceTiming on her phone. And I'm like, hey, can you hang up on that? And like, can I get half your attention, if not the whole attention? And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh my God, like, ah.
That is so funny. It's
And
it's hard to stay quiet watching the play test, but it's so important. And that's what we were talked about in our course too. Like, don't jump in unless there's danger involved, right? Which rarely happens. But don't jump in, just let it play it out. Sometimes it's for the best. They might come up with something awesome, but a lot of times you realize your rules need a little work. Huh? So how did it go when you helped them out the next time?
second
When they,
time, much better. They like the game much better.
yeah, when they
But
followed the
still,
rules.
it's the second time this game has been played.
Mhm.
It might get played 8 more times. I don't know if it will at their house, but it might get played 8 more times. They were awesome though. Like I would definitely play test games with them again. I'm
Yeah.
just not sure they'll want to play this game again.
Got it. Got it.
And now that they're like, oh, I get it. This is really
Mhm.
important to you. This is part of your process. And they had some great suggestions, which was awesome. And I'll
Mhm.
try those out and all this stuff. But man, keeping your mouth shut, or me keeping my mouth shut when you're just like, you know, you should have
Mhm.
twice as many points and you can't do that. And oh, that's cheating too.
Do
Die.
they I'm curious, do they play lots of games as a family? Do you know that or no?
They play games as a family, but like
Yeah.
not lots of them. The
Yeah.
kids have like sports, theater, this,
Yeah.
that, like a million activities.
Right. Yeah,
So
I get
every
it.
now and again, it'll be a rainy day like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Also, like I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy two pizzas because they love it. There's a great pizza joint near their house. So like feeding them a little dinner, then play a game afterwards. It was like I created a whole family game night for them,
Yes.
but the game wasn't retail ready. So they were like, I was just like, it's a play test. So yeah, it's more important than you think to keep your mouth shut. And on the upfront, explain this isn't a game yet.
Right.
Lower your standards a little bit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
It's
like,
not the final product. Don't worry.
yeah.
You're gonna help it get there though, right? Like to let them know they're gonna help it get to that place, which I
Oh
think is
yeah.
cool. I think people really like giving feedback when they do play
Oh, they
tests.
did.
You
Yeah.
know, they really do. They're like, oh, this would be cool if this, or I think this would be fun. And I think we need to be open to that and try it out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like some of it was great, and I'll do it. But I was just, I mean, anyway, it was so much fun, and at the same time, I was like,
Well,
oh, playtest. Got to
that's
do
great.
them. You got
You
to
got
do
to
them.
do it. Got to do the play test for those reasons. And
Yeah.
you got to make sure your rules are clear.